Hello, this is Baron von Richthofen, and I'm actually going to do a replay for you here. It's actually Dominion. You see the 5-on-5, but special new map just released. Unfortunately, it is in limited beta, so you can only play it during the off hours, which means I think it's around 12 to 2 Eastern Time. So for those of you who did not get a chance to play Dominion and are really looking forward to the map, here's a little replay for you. I hope you enjoy it. You know, it's pretty interesting. You know, I'm excited to see how it works from a casting perspective, but as a game mode, a lot of the champs that really thrive in Dominion are mobility champs. Just the ability to kind of move around, juke through all of the walls, move capture to point to capture point. Since everyone captures at an equal rate, champions with really high mobility really succeed at capturing turrets really easily. Then champions that have great sustain. So not like you know, certain champions might just kind of have all of their burst up front, and you know they've done their damage and they're kind of done. But champions such as, well, Xin Zhao is really good. Teemo, Soraka, Nidalee. I mean, all these champions, they kind of have sustained damage. Ryze as a caster has a lot of sustained damage. So while Annie might do really well early on, as the game progresses, it really tends to shift more towards sustain, in my opinion. But we'll kind of see how it goes. It should be interesting. Also, a lot of the champs that are really strong in lane, like Warwick because of his heal, maybe a little bit weaker because it tends to be a very fast-paced map where you know, are going for lots of kills and such. So he won't really get the chance to heal and just out-sustain you as much, though sustain can have a place in this map. But it's very fast-paced. The recall is down to 4.5 seconds. And I can already say, right off the bat, I do like that I can see everyone's health bars. I took a look at this a second ago, and as it continues, it's actually already the best LoL replay, because everyone's informational data is being sent at all times, as opposed to Summoner's Rift, where you get blank health bars. But it should be pretty interesting to see. You see Shaco actually rushing mobility boots, which is pretty common on a lot of champions that have a lot of speed. You get movement speed, runes, masteries, and then gets a lot of speed items, and he's going to run up here and get to this top capture point before anyone comes. You see the enemy team right off the bat coming down to take this first turret, and so they're all kind of moving as a group. But the fact of the matter is, this first turret's very easy to capture, so they just had 5 people for their team waste their time for that first turret, and as a result, green team here has 3 turrets when red only has 1 turret. And then red has all of their people positioned bot. And so if Nidalee and Soraka with their heals can protect this bot tower, then green is really going to be an advantage if they start pushing top lane. Though you see Xin is actually coming down trying to get an engage. I'm not sure that that's the best decision because they don't have a lot of damage, and there are 3 of them that he would be running into. Teemo and Shaco pushing down the lane. You see Warwick's already getting pretty low. There's Shaco blinked in, but there's Shaco is coming after Warwick, getting off some damage, taking a lot of damage, but Teemo's really strong. He has the Teemo has the blind, the movement speed, and the poison. Really will allow Teemo to take control. And you see the new, it's kind of like Doran's, the Prospector's Ring. That is a, it's the exact same thing as the Doran's Ring, really. It just, you know, it's a little bit bigger, costs more. You're only allowed 1 of each of the Prospector's items as opposed to Doran's stacking. And there's one thing that, which I'm assuming you've already noticed. You do start the game at level 3 with about twice as much gold as you do in Summoner's Rift. And then you actually naturally get levels up. So you get experience and gold from creeps, but if you see Shaco's experience bar here, he's just constantly leveling up as time progresses. And he's getting a lot of gold if you see the income too. As opposed to the 1 gold per second and no experience per second. Now he's getting about 5 gold per second and also, you know, tons of experience. So you level up very fast in this game, coming in very aggressively after Gangplank. really should have warned his team that he was coming in. He doesn't even get the kill on the Gangplank, but Zin should be able to pick up this kill. He does pick up the kill on the Gangplank. He's going to get the pop-up onto Rise, and Nidalee should be able to get this kill. She does throw the spear for the kill. See if they can get the damage on the enemy Zin. They shouldn't take this turret because the turrets do a lot of damage, but you have the benefit of when you're pushing down the turrets, you can, you know, stop them from doing any damage. So I guess I'll go into the turret mechanic for a second here. Essentially, I believe the turrets deal more damage than in Summoner's Rift, but I can't check that. It feels like a lot of damage. However, when you're pushing turrets, you just right-click on the turret, and after, basically instantly, the turret stops dealing damage, and then after a short channel, you will actually start capturing that turret. And any damage that the enemy does to you will cancel that capture. And so, you know, while if the enemy cancels the capture, then the turret will start attacking you again, and you'll really take a lot of damage there. And so you see Rise, he does throw the attack onto them. He's going to get the Shaco kill. Teemo doing a ton of damage. The turret took Teemo down pretty low, and now Teemo can capture at very little health because you know that the turret's not going to deal any damage. Rise is going to come in here, and Teemo is going to die. Teemo does get the kill onto Rise. Wow, Teemo just barely doesn't get it, but Gangplank is getting the kill. It also seems the turrets have very short range. It's basically this little sphere here, so that is one thing that is different. On Summoner's Rift, Teemo definitely would have taken another turret shot as he was running away there. But Zin will come up and capture. Meanwhile, the enemy team is very aggressively pushing down bot. They've kind of been doing a good job of holding on to these two outer turrets. So usually the top one's very contested, but if you can push into the enemy's base, then that can give you a good advantage. The only thing is, it's generally really difficult to take these inner turrets on the right side here because there's only a 4.5 second recall time. So as the enemy, you could be really aggressive pushing down the top, and then if they're pushing down your inner turrets, then you can just recall and come back, and Gangplank will die. They are kind of chasing him down there. Warwick being very aggressive, jumping into this turret, and I guess I'll start commentating a little bit more, but I was trying to kind of get you into the feel of the map. Very fast-paced, as you can see. And one thing that's kind of nice, they do have to worry about Warwick here, but Shaco does have a lot of speed, so he's going to go defend him. Warwick will take the turret, but he's not going to get the capture. So there's actually two levels. There's a level where it's a neutral turret, and right now this is a neutral turret. Shaco's actually going to die to this Warwick if he doesn't get... be careful. Warwick's going to take a ton of damage from the fountain. You don't heal from the fountain until you get up into this top base section, but this entire walkway, the turrets will deal a ton of damage. So it's not as significant as the Summoner's Rift fountain. You are encouraged to kind of run up there for the kills, but Rise with the flash out, he's running away from Nidalee. He should be able to get out. Shaco throwing the slow. Rise should get out, no problem. He's actually turning back aggressively onto Nidalee. Nidalee's taking a ton of damage, trying to run away from Shaco now, but I believe Shaco's going to get that kill. Shaco is going to get that kill. And you see a little bit of fight here. Teemo doesn't go down. Zin is going to try and get the kill onto Teemo. He is not going to pick up the kill on the Teemo. They're just barely able to get the damage out. And kills very quickly can kind of swing it in your favor. And it's very aggressive and very kill-oriented for a large portion. Shaco's definitely going to come down and get this kill on this Soraka. I don't know how she's going to survive here. Oh, he's actually going to attack this turret some, but there they get the kill, and they will be able to take this turret now because there's no one to defend it. But when you get kills, because there's no concept of like tanking the towers or pushing the towers, you generally want to, kind of try and kill the people in the area. Well, there's really two goals for pushing down towers. One, you can kill the people in the area who are defending the turret and then take the turret very easily. And two is, if you're faster than them, you can kind of try and stay them in a certain area. And so now they have 4 people bottom, and Nidalee and Teemo are going to be very effectively be able to hold this, while Zin and Shaco are going to push down top tower. So they will get this turret, and that'll give them a 4-to-1 advantage. So they're already in the lead, and Red Team is going to lose a lot of hit points really quickly. They do prevent the capture, so this will be okay. But still, it's a 3-to-2 advantage, and now, because they're running around as a team, everyone's up top again, they could have actually run down and been really aggressive with this turret, and I believe Teemo is going to come down here. He sees that the entire enemy team is way on the other side of the map, so even if he doesn't get to capture the turret, he's going to get the turret to neutral. And so, like I said, turrets have 3 stages: red team, neutral, and green team. And